Good evening, folks. This is the grid. We are at 10th and Pacific, where a shooting just occurred 20 minutes ago. We had a helicopter unit flying overhead. It looks like 2 people have been shot. The initial call was shots fired, and a victim, a female victim, shot in the leg here on 10th and Pacific, and a victim was inside the bar. Now, I'm not sure if the incident occurred inside the bar or not, but when officers responded, they responded, and when they got on location, they called for help due to the suspect being inside the bar. Now, a little bit down the ways, with a little bit more time after that, there was another victim reported at Little Company Mary where LAPD officers headed down to just about 5 minutes ago. And I'm not sure if they're confirming that as of yet, but it does look like there's another victim of the same incident at Little Company Mary. So we do have 2 victims here, one female shot in the leg, and the other victim we are not sure, but 2 victims here, victims of a shooting that occurred here on 10th and Pacific. Now, I'm not sure if it happened inside a bar or not, but one of the victims, a female victim, was treated inside the bar. Buenas noches, estamos aquí en la esquina de la 10 y la Pacific, en frente de los Banco de América y el Banco Chase, en la cantina que está en la esquina del este y déjeme ver, este es del norte y este de la Pacific y la 10, donde hubo un tiroteo, y la llamada principal fue de que una víctima, una mujer, fue balaceada en una de las piernas. Cuando los oficiales llegaron aquí a la cantina, se percibieron de que el sospechoso todavía estaba dentro de la cantina. Cuando llegaron, pidieron ayuda a más oficiales, y fue cuando los oficiales llegaron aquí con el helicóptero y la ayuda, más oficiales. Y unos minutos después, déjame decirle que unos minutos después, otra persona fue reportada herida que se chequeó en el hospital aquí de San Pedro, también que parece que es víctima de este mismo incidente. Okay, just a favor, sir. I'll do you a favor, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right.
We won't cross it in spirit.
All you have to do was just say, don't go through here, But if you're gonna put it up, it's all good.
I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah.
No. It's Now not with us, but I guess with your superiors, right? Nah, we got you.
I'll find something to do too.
That's why when you say that, hey, do me a favor. I'll do you all the favors you want, brother. No problem.
All just out of respect.
We hear you, man. We hear you, man.
Hey, Tony.
We got a couple of victims, right? Right?
I'll fill you in on a little bit.
Okay, sounds good, brother. All right, gentlemen, you guys have a good one, right? Hold up, let me see if they're gonna. Hey, man, you guys don't have any gorilla tape or anything? Nah. City won't. All right, Ralph, let me see. It looks like we have 2 victims, right?
Possibly 3.
What's up with the victim inside the bar?
I'll fill you in a second. Can you go mute on that real quick? Because this is going to be like...
Hold on.
So just keep it this on. So right in the doorway. That's right inside the doorway. I don't know. He really looks like you, but he was definitely popped in the head. Okay. What? Yeah, that's the second victim. Oh, okay. That's the third. I know, that's what I'm gonna send it right now. No, it's not. I'm gonna send it right now. And then my camera can go. I don't know. Yeah. Huh? No, I'm working on the side of this. Where are you at? Like, big spot. Oh, you do have it. But yeah, let's keep it. Keep it going. Really stupid. Yeah, she was out.
All right, folks, we stayed put here, right in the middle of Pacific, in between right at the corner. Right at the corner of 10th and Pacific, just so we can gather a little bit of info of what's going on here. It looks like we have multiple victims here. We have at least 3 victims on scene here, and looks like another victim that checked himself or herself into the hospital. There was a victim shot in the leg, a report of a female victim shot in the leg. We have another victim that's apparently deceased here in the bar, and another victim that was transported to a hospital, and another that victim that I mentioned that checked themselves up into the hospital here in San Pedro. So we have, it looks like we have 4 victims in total here at corner of 10th and Pacific, and victims of shots that were fired, victims of a shooting. I'm not sure if this incident happened inside the bar or not. Again, the initial call was a female that was shot in the leg, and officers did call for help as soon as they arrived here on scene due to a suspect being inside the bar. Now, it looks like there was no suspect inside the bar. I don't see anybody, or they didn't mention anybody on transmissions of being arrested. But that's what we got so far. We have several victims here. Looks like there might be 4 victims. Definitely 3 victims, we know for sure. Now, this is the grid we like. What I see is what you see, and what you see is what I see. I'm gonna stick around here for a minute. Gonna walk around the scene, show you guys what the scene looks like before we take off. We haven't been around lately. We've been taking care of some personal business before we do this. But again, little by little, you're gonna be seeing me out here in San Pedro. We're gonna trickle down some videos. Let me break it down for my folks in Spanish here, and before we move on. Ok, déjeme darle un poco más de información que agarramos ahorita mientras estábamos mientras dejamos la cámara aquí abajo. Parece que son 4 víctimas. No estamos seguros hasta ahorita de la 4ª víctima, pero de 3 víctimas sí estamos seguros. Parece que una víctima falleció aquí en la puerta de la barra. Alguien por aquí de los testigos me dijo que tenía un balazo en la cabeza. No estoy seguro de eso, pero parece que esa información es la que está flotando aquí en el área, en la escena, de que una víctima tenía un balazo en la cabeza y falleció aquí en la cantina, en la puerta de la cantina. Otra víctima que fue transportada al hospital, no sé si es una mujer o un hombre, pero la primer víctima que fue nombrada en la llamada era una mujer, que viene siendo la 3ª víctima, una mujer que fue alcanzada por balas en una de las piernas. También esta persona fue transportada al hospital. Y otra persona que fue transportada por otra persona de aquí de la escena al hospital, y se chequeó en el hospital aquí de San Pedro, ella sola. No sé si esta 4ª víctima que se fue al hospital de San Pedro era una mujer o un hombre también, pero parece que sí es un total de 4 víctimas. No estamos seguros todavía, son 4, pero de 3 sí. En la comunicación que estaban teniendo los oficiales era de que una víctima fue y se chequeó sola esta víctima al hospital de aquí de San Pedro. Estamos tratando de hacer preguntas aquí para ver si es la misma víctima que no sabíamos, aparte de la mujer que fue alcanzada en la pierna y la víctima que falleció aquí. La víctima que falleció aquí, 1, la víctima que tiene el balazo en la pierna, una mujer, 2, y miré a la ambulancia que se fue. No sé si estaba transportando a la mujer que llevaba la pierna herida o o la otra persona que parece que es la tercera víctima de aquí, pero eso es lo que estamos tratando de investigar aquí. Si es la tercera persona la que se chequeó sola en el hospital aquí de San Pedro arriba, o también fue otra persona que fue transferida de aquí también de la escena. Pero por lo menos sí 3 personas heridas aquí y otra persona que se chequeó en el hospital sola. Una persona falleció aquí en la puerta de la barra. Algo que no tenemos, un poco de información también aquí. Ahora en el día hubo una persecución de un vehículo robado, donde arrestaron a una persona aquí por esta misma calle, la 10 y la Sentry, en un callejón donde una Kia fue perseguido por la policía, llevaba a varias personas adentro y se les pelaron todos, nada más arrestaron a uno de ellos, a un morenito. Permítame, están teniendo comunicación los oficiales de una víctima que fue transferida de aquí, de esta escena. Looks like we are going to be unable to verify that there was a 4th victim, but there's definitely 3 victims here. One person did pass here at the doorstep of this bar here, and a female victim also shot in the leg, and someone that checked themselves out into a little company near San Pedro. I'm not sure if there's a 4th victim. It looks like there was another victim that was transported from here also, but I'm not. We're still trying to figure that out here. I've got somebody walking around here trying to gather some info from me. And we just heard that the victim that was transported from here was transported to a hospital, but we're not sure if there was another victim, a 4th victim. There was mention of that info floating around here, but I'm not sure of that. Definitely 3 victims that I know for sure. One checked themselves. One victim checked themselves at the hospital here in San Pedro. Another female victim shot in the leg, and another victim that passed here at the doorstep of this bar here on 10th and Pacific, San Pedro. Let me give you some info earlier about Another incident that occurred here on the same street, just further down, about 2 blocks from here. This happened about around midday today. There was a vehicle pursuit that turned into a foot pursuit where an officer, a pair of officers, spotted a stolen Kia. This was earlier today. It has nothing to do with this incident here. This was earlier today, but it was on the same street here on 10th Street, about 2 blocks from here, where this vehicle was involved in a vehicle pursuit, and it turned into a foot pursuit. Looks like there was 4 or 5 suspects inside the vehicle, black males, and LAPD officers jumped out of the vehicle when it looks like the vehicle hit another vehicle in the area of 10th and Center. And again, the vehicle pursuit began right here where we're at, in the same area here. I'm not sure if it was 11 or 10th, but in this area here. And it stopped at 10th and Center in the alley near that corner over there. And they arrested one person, one of the people in the car, and that was it. But that's someone asked me what happened earlier on the corner of 10th and Center, and that's what it was. It was a vehicle that was being pursued by officers, and it was a stolen Kia that was pursued by officers, and it looked like it crashed. It hit another vehicle in the area there, and it stopped. Multiple suspects fled, and they arrested one right there in the area. That was earlier today. Again, nothing to do with this incident here where we're at right now. Let me just repeat what's going on here. We have we are at 10th and Pacific. We are at 10th and Pacific, where there was a shooting that occurred about 35 minutes ago, where it looks like 3 victims involved. One deceased here and on scene. All right, sorry about the shake, folks, on the camera here. We're going to, let me see if I could go around here. I'm gonna wait on scene here and see if I could spot anyone that I know here. Let me just repeat that the first officers that arrived on scene here called for help, not for backup. They called for help. It looks like they were told that the suspect was still inside the bar. But no suspect was inside the bar, just victims. And they did take a little bit, about 10 minutes before they rendered the scene safe for medics to go inside and tend to the victims. All right, for those of you folks that are going to be driving through this area, it looks like they have this area closed down from 9th to 11th. That's 11th Street. They are deviating traffic from 11th to 9th here on Pacific. Looks like this area is closed from 11th to 9th. So you may want to take either Grand on the west side of Pacific, or Mesa on the eastern side, just to go around this scene here, this shooting scene on 10th and Pacific. We're not sure what's going on with that vehicle there. How you doing, sir? Sir, can I ask you just one question? No? It's not. Let's see. Let me see what's going on here. Looks like this is down right there. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna stay here for just a minute. Trying to see if they can light up the doorway there. Si van a viajar por esta área aquí, por la Pacific y la 10, tienen el perímetro de los oficiales aquí. Es de la 9 allá a la 11. So, se cruzó la línea. Ya mero se venía para acá. Pues tengan cuidado, parece que el tape se quedó allá, no hay ninguna patrulla allá en la 11 y la Pacific, pero está cerrado, el perímetro está cerrado. Aquí de la 11 a la 9. Por este incidente aquí, el tiroteo, que no estamos seguros si pasó aquí adentro en la barra, la cantina, o pasó afuera, pero sí, una víctima que falleció y está en la mera entrada aquí de la cantina, la barra esta que está en la 10 y la Pacific, y una mujer que fue también balaceada en la pierna, y parece que otra persona también que estaba herida y lo llevaron o la llevaron, no sabemos si es mujer o hombre, pero fue al hospital de aquí de San Pedro también, y solo se reportaron ahí al hospital heridos del mismo incidente aquí. Eso tenemos 3. Aquí había información también de que estaba flotando de otra víctima también que fue transportada de aquí de este mismo lugar, pero no estamos seguros de eso todavía, que haya 4. No sabemos si son 4 las víctimas, pero 3 definitivamente sí. Uno de esos es una mujer. La llamada inicial también decía que El sospechoso todavía estaba dentro de la cantina cuando llegaron los oficiales, pero parece que ese no fue el caso. Solamente víctimas de este incidente, trágico incidente, porque muchos de estas personas vienen aquí a la cantina, a la barra, a divertirse, y esto es lo que pasa, un incidente así donde alguien pierde la vida. Y también los heridos. Estamos aquí en la ciudad de San Pedro, en la esquina de la 10 y la Pacific, 10 y Pacific. Cuando estaba llegando aquí a la escena estaban hablando con los detectives que estaban trabajando en ese tiempo, y le estaban ordenando que vinieran a la escena. So, ya deben de andar por aquí. También un poco de información que duraron como unos 10 minutos los paramédicos, los médicos, antes de entrar a ayudar a los heridos que estaban adentro de la cantina, porque le digo, la llamada inicial fue de que el sospechoso todavía estaba también adentro de la cantina, pero ese no fue el caso. Y en cuanto resolvieron eso de que el sospechoso no estaba en la cantina, entonces los médicos entraron, atendieron a los heridos y parece que se llevaron uno. Esta es la mujer que iba herida con una herida de bala en la pierna. Con una herida de pierna, y otra persona que falleció aquí enfrente, y más la otra persona que se chequeó solo en el hospital aquí arriba en San Pedro, ahí por las 7. Esa es la información que tenemos. Les digo, también había información de que había otra persona que estaba también herida, pero no vinieron a confirmarme eso todavía. Es posible de que haya 4 víctimas, pero a lo que tenemos confirmado es de que son 3 solamente. Again, folks, it is possible that there's 4 victims here, but we've only confirmed 3. A female shot in the leg, transported to a hospital. Another victim that checked himself or herself to a hospital here in San Pedro. And another victim deceased here on scene at this bar here, the corner of 10th and Pacific, due to a shooting incident. Again, the initial call was that the suspect was still inside the bar when officers showed up. Officers called for help, not for backup. Well, dispatch called for help, and LAPD officers responded, and they were here, and it took about 15 minutes, right around there, to clear the scene before LAFD and medics were able to access the building to render help to the victims. All right, looks like investigators are coming out. I'm not seeing anybody I could talk to anymore here from PD, so I'm gonna stick around here for a minute before I go around. I did tell you I was gonna go around the scene here, but we're gonna see if they can light up the doorway there, because it looks like there's a victim in the doorway. I could light it up from here, but we don't want to upset any officers. See if the tape is down over there. Looks like the tape is down. Uh-oh. All right, folks, we're gonna stop here because it looks like there was another shooting that just happened on 19th and Mesa. We're gonna go check that out, and then we'll get back to this one. This is The Grid. We're live. What I see is what you see, and what you see is what I see. We'll catch you on the next one.